So now let's actually build a setup properly. So the first thing we need to build a setup is we need to pick a platform. We need to build like a landing page or a form that collects emails. All right. And to do that, first we need to pick a platform that allows us to create forms. So we have some here, but I'm going to use a completely different one, but you can try anyone here because the process, they are all usually the same thing. So let's stick to our lead magnet. We need a lead magnet. A lead magnet can be anything, like it can be a PDF, it can be a phone call, it can be a meetup, it can be basically anything. So what I've done is I've come to ChatGPT. I've told it to help me create a PDF for um, people who want to market using TikTok. So this is what I'm going to use as a lead magnet for my email campaigns. All right. So let's say I want to sell these people an email, a marketing on TikTok course or service. So I've created it right here. It's a PDF. So I just download it. I've downloaded it. So once they give me their email address, they will be able to download this PDF and read it. And then I can use their email and build up sequences, email sequences to market to them. So we also need a landing page copy for this. We need a landing page copy. So this is the headline and this is the sub headline. So now we need a platform where we can start building this because we have our lead magnet already. So the platform we are going to use in this case is called system.io. So you go to your browser, you search for system.io, and this is what we are going to get. So you want to come here, click on the first link here. And what this platform does is that it's going to allow you build different things for free for now. So they have a lot of features, but we are going to focus on the email marketing part of it. So this is actually a funnel builder, but it is one of the most free and comprehensive one, and also very friendly, because email marketing platforms can be very unfriendly, and in most cases they will just reject you or block your account, especially if you are trying to use their free plans. But system is more friendly. So you can just come here, click on start, and then you can put your email address and then click get my free account. So you can come here, say, do you have a business? You can just say, yes, I run a business. And do you, what's the annual revenue in USD? So we can just say more than 1,000 a year. And then you can just say submit my email address. So they are going to send you a link and you can just open the link, go to your Gmail, you can open the link and you can verify it, and you can, and then you'll be onboarded to the platform. So this is email address here. So I want to click on this, and then I want to click on confirm email address. So this is where you put your name. So you put your business name, your last name, you create a password and all of that. So I'm just going to put my name here. I'm just going to say Noel in this case, because I already have another account. So I'm just going to like enter a password or see if I can generate a password. So let me just enter a password. So now we are inside the dashboard. So here we have a CRM. A CRM is a customer relationship management, and you can build a CRM instead of system.io. This is where you can import your contacts, you can create tags, you can create pipelines, you can create calendar, you can even build a site right here. You can create sales funnel, you can create stores, you can create blogs. And this is where we'll be spending most of our time for email marketing with system.io. We'll be under newsletters, campaigns, statistics. You can use this for SMS too. You have SMS templates, you have SMS statistics. You can also use it and build the automation. You remember in our mind map here, we talked about building of automation and the strategies right here. So we can also do that right here. So we have rules, we have workflows. Here we have assets like physical product courses and our files. And then we have, this is where we can track our orders and everything. So the first thing we need to do now is to set up our list and our contact. So to set up our lead, we need to build a form, and this form is where these guys or our target audience will have to give us their name and then their email address, and you'll be added to our list. To do that, we want to come to sites. So under sites, we want to click on select a funnel. So we have an option like this, and we need to create a funnel. So you come here, you click on create funnel. You are going to give your funnel a name. So I'm just going to call this TikTok, maybe, let me just say TikTok ads in this case, because my lead magnet, I want to give it to people who want to market on TikTok. So you want to select that you want to build an audience here. So we want to build email addresses and build an email list. And you can select the currency, which is not very important for now, but you can just select it. So I'm just going to keep it to the US dollars. And again, we are building an audience, and you can just click on save. So this is going to be our funnel, and our form is going to be inside of our funnel. So we need to start editing this, and to edit it, you want to click on the name itself, and this is where we can now see what we'll do. All right, what we want to do is we want to build a form, and our form is basically our opt-in page. Again, what we want to do is we want to give them something for their email address or for their names. And there are a lot of templates you can use here. There are plenty of them, different ones that you can use for different reasons, or you can build your own from the very scratch. So we are going to be using a very simple one here. So I think I like this one, but you just want to find the one that suits you. So I'm just going to select this one here. So you select the particular funnel that you want to use, and you can view the funnel step. You can edit the page. This is going to be your link. All right. What we are editing now is called the opt-in page. The opt-in page is the same thing as the landing page. It's just a page where people land and they can enter their email address, and you give them what you promise them. In my case, a PDF. Your case can be anything, and you can redeem it. I'm just going to leave it to be opt-in page, and we are ready to go. You can just come here, click on edit the page. So it's going to bring you to the page builder itself, where we can edit everything we have on that template. So we want to make sure that this template matches our own thing. So this is basically the canvas and the dashboard where you can do anything that you want to do. All right. So as you can see, they've helped you populate everything here. But we do not need so much like this. So we can basically delete it. Can basically delete everything right here. So the way to delete is, you see this section here. You can delete by the section, or you can delete by the rules. All right. So the rules are inside of the section. So all these sections below, I do not need them. So I can just delete everything inside that section from here. So that whole section is gone. Also this one, I do not need it. I want it to be as simple as possible. So I'm going to find the whole of the section, and I'm going to also delete it. So all of them, they are under this main section here. which means if I delete everything, I will have to start from the scratch, which is actually what I'm going to do because I do not need all these things here. So I'm going to delete everything right here. So I've deleted everything right here, and from here I can now start putting everything that I want. So what I want to do first is to drag a headline and put it right here. So this is going to be my headline. So I've used ChatGPT to create this headline. So I'm just going to come here, copy the headline, come back here. So this is basically the headline for my landing page and my lead magnet. So I can put it here, and here I can change everything. I can change the font style. I can change where it should be visible and all of that. But we are going to leave it to be the way it is for now because we want to keep it very simple. All right. So we are going to leave it this way, but you can change the color of the text and you can do anything that you want from here. But we are good this way. So the next we want to do is we want to add a body text. You can just drag it, drop it somewhere here, and you come back to our lead magnet. We have this one here. So I'm just going to copy it again, come back here, and I'm going to paste it right here. All right. So as you can see, very simple. Get customers from TikTok in just 7 days, even if if nobody knows your business yet. So this is what we want to give them. We want to promise them something. So we can come here and tell them what they will get if they give us their email addresses or their email address. So this is what they are going to get. I'm just going to copy it again. So it's important to note that your own is not going to be the same as mine. So I can add another text here. I can put it somewhere here. And then I can copy and then I can paste again. So this one, I do not need it. Anyone I don't need, I can just click on it and I can delete it from here. So this one, I can change the alignment. I want it to be aligned to the left. I can scroll down here and I can align it to the left. So this is much better for me. So now we need to add a form to this. And to do that, we just want to scroll down here and we have a lot of things to do. So we want to add a form input. So you want to click the form input here. So this is the form. All right. So you want to click on it again. And what we want to do is we want them to first give us their first name. So this is going to be their first name. All right. So they give us their first name. We want it to be mandatory. All right. So you can change the typography, the size and everything. Again, we are very okay with this. We are going to keep it as simple as possible. So you want to go back again. And then you want to come back to the form input again. So form input, you want to drag it again, keep it under this one here. And then now want to double click and then want to select the input type. Now email address. So again, you can select as much things as you want, but we are good this way. All right. Only two is good. Just the name and the email is good for starters. So we want to add a call to action button there. So you want to scroll down to find a call to action. So our button here, this is going to be our button. You want to drag it and drop it again under this one. So take note of this blue line. Anywhere you drop it is where it's going to show. So this is going to be our button. You click on the button, and once they submit the form, this is important. Once they submit the form, what should happen? Yeah. But before then, we want to give the form a name. We want to change this title here. So you can change the text here. So you click on the form again, click on the form, and you can change what is written on the font. or the button, which is this one. So if I come back to my lead magnet, this is my call to action test. So I can copy it. I can come back here, and here where we have the click test button, that's simply your call to action button. We can remove it, can paste it there. So this sub test, we don't need it, so you can remove that one. So this is going to be our button. They can enter their details and they can simply download what we want to give them. You can change the background color. If you do not like blue, you can change it to your own brown color. So in most cases, people use green because green is the call to action button color. So we are just going to leave it this way. So we can change the text color and everything if you wanted. But again, simple is significant. We want to keep it as simple as possible. But now what happens when people submit this form? So do you want to redirect your users after the registration? Remember, this is a funnel and our funnel has two steps. So what we want to do basically is after they submit the form, what should happen? They can go to the next phase. All right. They can go to a custom URL, and the next phase is our landing page or our sales page or even our thank you page. If you don't want any redirection, you can leave it this way, but we want them to go to the next page. And from here, we can automate the rules. All right. We can automate the rules, but we'll come back to the automation part much later. So once you are done, you click on save. So one thing to note with this website is it doesn't auto save what you are doing. So always make sure that you save and you save as you are going. So we have simply created a simple landing page, and once we are done, you come here, you click on exit. So our landing page has been created, and we can now come to the thank you page. So this is a simple basic funnel. So as you can see, once you come to the thank you page, you have a simple thank you page fonts or templates that you can use. So I'm just going to select this one so we don't waste any time here. So it's going to be simple. We are just going to say thank you and the download page. So the link is this. So we are just going to come here, click on edit the page. So this is where we now actually give them the PDF that we have promised them. All right. So here we have a lot of things that we also do not need. So you want to remove all these clusters that you do not need from here. So I'm going to delete the whole of this section because we do not need that. And also this section again, because we do not need that. So this is all we need. You can say thank you for signing up. Your guide is in your inbox. So blah, 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 blah. So you can come to this button here. So you can click on this button. And this button, what do you want it to do? So there are two ways to do this. You can send them the email after they give you their email, or you can put it here so that they can download it. All right, here they put a URL where you can join their community, like it can be a WhatsApp group, a Telegram group, and all of that. But want to keep it simple, want to either send them the email with the link, or they can basically just download it from here. So we have a button here. And what this button is going to do, if you come to action when button is clicked, you come to download file. All right. Come to download file. So they can now download this file from here. Again, there are two ways to do it. We can send them the email directly with the download button, or we can allow them download it from our thank you page. So we can come here now. You can say download the guide. Download the guide here. All right. So we need to now upload the file. So this is where we upload the file. Remember that I had downloaded my file from ChatGPT. So I downloaded it as a PDF. So I need to upload it right here. So if I come to downloads, I should be able to see my file. So this is my PDF. I can just click on it. So this is what they are going to get. I click on insert. All right. So we are basically done in this case. So you can save it and exit it. Also, you want to make sure that the font you use here is the same with the font you used in the initial page, so that everything would be uniform. All right. So we saved it and we are basically done right here. So our funnel with the form is ready. You can just come here, click on view. So this is the main link that we need people to land on. So this is our link. This is how it's going to show. So they will come here, they will put their first name and then they will put their email address. So they can enter their details and it's going to bring them to this thank you page. And if they click on download this guide now, they will be able to download the guide. So this is the guide and they can download it to their own computer. So we now have built a working funnel, but we have also collected their email address. But if you come to site again, if you go back to your funnel, you see this is your funnel. If you come right here, you can see things about the funnel. So if you click on the funnel, you should be able to see the statistics of this funnel. So if you come to the leads here, see the statistics, you can see one opt-in page and somebody landed on the thank you page. So our funnel is currently working normally. So if you had something to sell, if you added the payment method, you can see how much you are earning from this. But also if you come to leads, this is where you find all the leads that particular funnel has gathered, and this is the lead, or this is the email I entered not so long ago. So you find all the total number of leads here and then the sales. So basically we have completed the first step of our building or of our email marketing campaign, which is first we need to create a lead magnet, which we have done, set up a form and a landing page and a thank you page again, which we have done, and we have even collected one lead here. So basically we need more people to come to this page, and once they come, as they put their email address there, they will reflect on our lead page here. So this is the first step, or some of the first things we need to do. Now we need to go into the automation phase, where we need to start sending them emails or email sequences from time to time. So usually we have the email sequence here, which is after they put their email address, we send them an email that we have sent them what they requested for, and we can set up multiple emails from time to time. So these emails can go out when we want them to go out, and they can contain marketing goals for us. So what I need to do now is I want to come to ChatGPT again. I'm just trying to use it to build a sequence for me. So I can say, create me a 5 days sequence, or create a 5 days email sequence, and sell my service, let's say on the fifth day. So it's going to create a 5 days sequence that we can send to these people. So again, sequence, these are just simply emails that you can send to people from different days. And the whole idea is to get these people to like you, trust you, and also buy what you are selling to them. All right. So in my case, I'm selling a digital marketing training for TikTok, and with that sequence, we need to build automation for them, because I don't want to be doing this I don't want to be doing this every day of my life. So that's the real essence of a funnel and email marketing. So everything is automated, and all I need to do is to push traffic to my funnel link. So every time somebody lands on this funnel, then they will be added to my campaign. So I need to automate everything right there. So this is the day 1, this is the day 2, this is the day 3, and this is the day 4, and this is the day 5. So I already have 5 days email sequences that I can create and I can start sending. So before you can start sending emails from system.io, you need to do 2 things. Number 1, you need to set a sender email address, and you also need to verify your domain and also authenticate your domain. In this video, I'll show you how to do that so that you can start sending emails. So for instance, let's say I come under emails, I come to newsletter, and I want to send a newsletter. If I come to this sender email, I will not see an email here because I've not added the domain, or I have not authenticated the domain and created a sender email for it. Even though I have an email to this, I cannot use my Gmail account to send emails, at least not anymore. So I need to have a business domain. All right. So to do that, I can simply click here. So if you click on this blue sign, click here, it's going to take you to the settings, or you can just come to your profile here, come to settings, and here you want to come to emails, and you'll be taken to where you need to add a domain name. As you can see, I don't have any domain, and then I need to add an email address that I will be using to send this email. So the first thing you need to do is to add the domain. But if you do not have a domain, you need to acquire one. All right. And to acquire one, you can come to this website called Namecheap.com. If you already have a domain name, you don't need to do this. If you already have a website or you already have a business email, you don't need to do this. But if you do not, you want to come to Namecheap, and you can just select the name that you want to buy. So if you come to this search bar, you can just select the name, and then you can add the name. So there's this coupon you get that you can help you buy this domain for just $6. So let's say I want to buy this domain. All right, I'm just going to copy this coupon here, and you can just add it to cart. Now, if you have a hosting with Namecheap, you automatically get free business emails, or you can create business emails for free attached to your hosting, and most hosting companies do this. But if you do not have a hosting service and you don't want to have it, you can then come here, come to the email here. You can buy only business email from Namecheap and other hosting companies. So let's say we are using Namecheap here. You can just buy only the name from here, or only the business email. So you can get ultimate, free, and starter. So as you can see, you even get free for 1 month, so you can try it. You can only create one inbox and all of that. So let's say you wanted to start with this, you can just click start or get it, and then you can just add it to the domain name you already added to your cart. So the reason why you need a domain name is because you basically want to own the email. All right, so you can just come here, select the domain that you have in your cart, and then you can just proceed to pay for it. So if you click on continue, to ask you to log in, and you can just proceed to pay. So I already have all this information, so I'm not going to do that. I just want to show you now how to do it if you already have your domain, all right, and a web hosting account. So I already have one, and this is the domain that I want to tie to my Namecheap account or to my system.io. So what I'm going to do is, first I want to add a domain name. So here it says we need to authenticate a domain that will display our information in our email header and all of that. So you can click on it and you can add the domain that you want to authenticate. Again, in my case, I'm going to use this domain from here, and I can just click on copy. I want to come back here and I want to put the domain. So I paste it and then I click on save. As you can see, we've added this domain, but this domain is pending. So we need to properly authenticate it. So to authenticate this domain, we need to configure some DNS settings. So you want to come to this eye icon here. If you click on it, you find your DNS. So these are the things you need to add to your DNS record in your Namecheap or in your domain name to prove that you actually own this domain. So now let's go back to Namecheap. So if you come back to Namecheap, here under your domain or beside your domain, you have this manage button. So you click on manage, and then you want to come here where we have this advanced DNS. So under here, this is where you can start adding your record. So if you come back here, the first one we need to add is the CNAME. So the first thing you need to copy is you want to pay attention. You want to copy only this number here. All right. You want to copy only that number, and then you want to come back to your Namecheap here, and you want to add a new record. So you click on add a new record. The record type you want to select is going to be a CNAME record, and the host is going to be the first part that we copied, which is this one. And then you want to come back again and you want to copy the value. So you want to come and copy this value here, and you want to come back again and you want to paste it as the target here, and then you click on save. So that's the first thing we need to do. So you click on add another record, you come back to here again, we're adding another CNAME record. So want to copy from here. So where we have this domain key, we want to copy it backwards, and you want to make sure you don't copy from the dots to the website's name, and then you want to come back again. That is also a CNAME record. So you come here, you add CNAME record. Again, the host is the first part of this, and then you want to copy this one as the value. So copy it, we come back here, we paste it here, or as the target in this case. You click on save again. So we have added two records. We want to add the third one, which is still a CNAME record. So again, you want to copy only this part, and then you come back again, you add another record, CNAME record again, and then this is going to be the hosts. And then you want to come back, get the targets, which is this one, key 2. So you come back, you put it right here, and then you want to save it. So the last but not the least is this one, which is a TXT file. So we are going to copy this part of it, and then I want to come back here. I want to add a new record. Now we'll be able to add a TXT record, which is this one here. So this is going to be the hosts. So you copy this, put it right here, and then the value is going to be this. So you can just copy this value and then come back here and put it like this one. So you can just click on save. So basically what we have done is we've tried to authenticate our domain. So once you are done, you have to give it some time for it to propagate. And after propagating, this will change from pending to maybe verified or active or something like that. Usually this takes a few minutes. Sometimes it can get into hours. So from now, you just have to wait a bit. And while you wait, you can now come here to add email address. So before that, I want to show you how to create the email address, because you need to also verify the email address. So if you click here, you can add a new email, but you need to create the email. To create the email, we want to come back to Namecheap. Like I said, Namecheap already allows you to create a free email account if you have a hosting account with them. If you do not, then you just create your email when you bought the email, which is this one. All right, so this is just the email service, and you can just use it to send emails. All right, so since I already have Namecheap hosting, what I want to do is I want to go to the C panel, and from the C panel I will access my email. All right, so if you had only emails, you can find it here, but if I come to C panel, I'll be able to see my business emails. So inside of the C panel, you want to scroll down to where you have email accounts. So if you click on email accounts, you see all the emails that you've created. And if you do not have, you can just come here, click on create, and you can just create one. So you can just say, let's say in this case, I want to create one that says hello at my website. All I have to do now is just to generate a password for it, and I can just say create, and I basically have an email. So it says it already exists, so I'm going to find something else. Let's say help, and then I can come here, click on create. It says it's creating the email account, and it has created the email account right here. So if I click on check email, I will have access to the inbox for that email. So when we add this email to system.io, we'll be able to verify the email. So you want to come here, click on open inbox, and we'll have our business email. So this is now our business email right here, and you can just copy this. This is what we want to add to system.io as the sending email or the sender email. So you just come here, you paste it again, you click on save. So it says it's pending, they've sent the email. So if you come back to Namecheap, if you refresh this, you'll be able to see the email, and you should be able to verify it. So this is the email you would get. So if you click on the email, you just want to verify the email address. So as you can see, this email is from system.io. You can come here, click to verify it, and you can verify the email address. So this is the button, just click on confirm. So we have successfully confirmed our email. So if we return back to our system.io, if you refresh it, we should be able to see that this email has now been verified. So now, as you can see, this email is now verified and the domain is now verified. So if I come back to emails, and let's say I want to send a newsletter now, I should be able to select the email from there. So now we now have the email here, and we can now send our newsletter directly from this email. So this is how you authenticate your domain, and you also assign a sender, a verified sender email inside of system.io. So once you've done this, you are now ready to start sending emails and start sending your sequences. So after building our funnel and our lead page and our lead magnet and everything, we want to go to the automation tab. So if you come to automation, you can set rules from here and all of that, but we want to set it particularly for the funnel that we created. So you want to come back here, click on your sales funnels again. This is the funnel we created. So you come here, you click on the funnel, and here we have automation rules. So I want to start building the automation. So in my case, the automation I want to build is after those people they download the PDF, they will be added to my newsletter or my campaigns. So now you come to automation rules and you want to start building an automation. So you come here, you click on add rule. The first thing we need with any form of automation is a trigger. What will make this event to happen? In our case, we want people that will land on the page we created. So you click on this button. So once people subscribed through that funnel that we created, our form, as you can see, this is the funnel here, and they have to come in through that opt-in page. That's the form. So if they fill the form, they will be subscribed. All right. So anybody that enters that form, what happens? We want to add an action here, and an action, we want to either subscribe them to a campaign, we want to unsubscribe them, we want to add them to a tag, or want to remove them from a tag, we want to send one person an email, or want to send email to specific addresses. We can even enroll them to a course, we can revoke their access, we can do a whole lot of things. But for my own goal and for the very basic starting point, want to subscribe them to a campaign. And now we need to create the campaign that we want to subscribe them to. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to duplicate this page, and then I'm going to go and create the campaign. So you want to come to emails here, and you come to campaigns. So the campaigns, this campaign will settle or tend to everybody who enters that particular funnel through that link. So I'm just going to call it the TikTok ads campaign, something like that, or advertisers campaign. And then we can now select our sender, and we can just give a description. We can just say maybe for TikTok TikTok business owners or something like that. And then we can save this campaign. So if you now click on this campaign again, you can now start adding what will be in this campaign. So let's say we create the campaign. We want to send them emails. So this is going to be the subject of our emails. All right. So let's say we want to welcome them, or let's go back to my ChatGPT. So if I come here, I had created a 5 days email sequence. All right. So the one is going to be like they are welcome. So probably I wanted to give them that download link again. All right. So I can come here and I can set up, this is going to be the title of the email I'm sending. All right. So the sender name is going to be my name, or any name that you want to add right here. So I'm just going to use Good Noel here. This is the sender address. Now, this is how you start building the email. They have a visual editor or a classic editor, anyone that you like. So personally, you would, or most people would prefer the visual editor. You can just click on save to start. So again, it's going to bring you to the visual editor where you can start building your campaigns or your emails. So this one is a template of the one that we selected, but we have our own email right here. So I'm just going to copy this This is my own email here. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to replace it with what we have here. So I want to delete everything here because I don't need them. I can just put my own. So you can add images, you can do a lot of things. Anything that you want, you can basically do here. You can add links, you can add buttons, you can do videos, anything that you want, you can do all right here. So I'm just going to delete this logo because it's not my logo. I can add my own logo if I wanted there. And I'm just going to again delete everything we have right here. So there's no way to basically delete all of them at the same time. So you have to go through this manual, tedious process of deleting them individually. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to paste my own text right here. So you can just paste the text here and then you can edit it as you want. So you can right click or double click. You have a paragraph, the substitution, you can change the font style, you can add images and a whole lot of things. So here I can put my name right here. So I can say Noel. So you can edit the padding and the bottom padding and the left padding. Here you can reduce the size of the font. If you feel it's too big, you can reduce it somewhere here. And you can change the color, you can do a whole lot of things, but I am very okay with this. So I'm just going to save it. All right, so I've saved it. So we've created a campaign. So if I come back right here and if I refresh this page, I should be able to select that campaign from here. So let me refresh the page again. So I want to come here, click on add rules, and then again, funnel subscribers, the action, click here, and we subscribe them to a list, and this is now our campaign. So we can save this rule, and what that simply means, anybody who subscribed here, they will get that email that we just sent. All right, so we can edit it, we can disable it, and we can basically delete it. So we've set a first automation rule. We can do ABA test here, which means you can test different things, like test your original opt-in page with another page just to see the one that works well, but we are not going to do that right now. So we have completely set up a full automation. Okay, now we need to automate our campaign. So we need our subscribers to receive these campaigns daily. The way to do that is you want to come back to your campaign. So under your campaigns, this is a campaign we just created. So this is the first email that we created. So you need to create 5 of these emails as I have here. All right. So before then, you also want to come here and click on activate. All right, so when you click on activate, you are going to see this option that says this email will be sent after. If you click on this, you see it's empty because this is the first and only email here. So when do you want this email to be delivered? So we want them to basically get this email the moment they fill in or the moment they are added or subscribe to the list. So you can leave this to be 0 days. So the moment they subscribe, they can join. All right. Or you can do hours or days or minutes. And here you want to toggle this on. You want to set the time when this email will be sent. So you can select the time that you want. So let's say maybe 9:30 a.m. daily. All right, and you can even select the days of the weeks that you want it to be sent. So this is not really important to us. We want it to go every day. So you can just click on activate. So this email is now active. So every time somebody logs or somebody fills their form, they will be able to receive that email. So if you click on the email again, you see other settings that you can do here. You can attach a document to the email you're about to send. You can see more settings here. You can change the delay, you can change the time and everything. And you have more settings that you can do right here, like personalization. We have more things that we can do here. We can add, let's say, their name, their email. If you wanted to call out their name, we can add this to the email and all of that. So we've created our first email, but we need to create more emails. So the moment your contact or your audience fills your form, they will get this email. So this is the first email. Remember that we have 5 of them that we want to create. So what we want to do now is we want to go back into our campaigns and we want to create a second email. So as you can see, we have one email count here. So we need to create another email count. So you come here, you click on create, then you add your subject line. Again, I'm going to come back to ChatGPT. Here we are in day 2, and this is going to be the subject of the email for my own campaign. So you want to make sure that you follow your own steps. So this is the email. I come back here. This is the preview. I'll copy the preview. I'll come back here again. I'll put, oh, I don't have the option for the preview here. Or we can put the preview. So I'm just going to change the name again. So, good, Noel. And then this is the sender email. In this case, you can just decide to use the classic editor just so you see how it works. You can just click on save and you create the second email. So after creating these emails, you now sequence them or you create a drip for them. So this is where we can now add that our preview, and I actually prefer the classic editor because I have more control with it. So here, this is going to be my second email. So again, I'm going to copy everything here and I'm going to come back here and paste it right here. So again, I can edit it as I want. I can come here, edit the name. I'm just going to say Noel. And I can add any other thing that I want here. All right. So using classic editor is a bit different, but you can just do anything that you want. I think it's actually easier than the visual editor. So you can come here, you can do the alignment from here. You can change the line height here. You can also do the paragraph spacing. You can change the background color. You can change the font color from here. You can increase the font size from here. You can come here and change the default mailbox. And this is the paragraph and anything that you basically want, you can do from here. So let's say you wanted to change this font. You can come here, use Georgia. I think I like Georgia sometimes. So you can just come here, use Georgia, or you can use anyone that you actually like New Times Romans, anyone that you want. So you can rewrite this if you wanted. Anything you want, you can do basically here. So this is going to be our email 2. So once you are ready to go, you can come here where we have save draft. You can click on this and say save and publish, or you can do save and test. Anyone is good. So you want to create all the emails first before you start sequencing them. So you come here, this email will be sent after the first one. Now, because we have 2 emails, you can now select something. So after the first email, it will send this one. So this is when we can now put our day. So we can say one day, that's if you want it to go out daily, and you can select the time you want it to go out. So let's say maybe I want it to go out also 9:30 a.m. I can basically just activate it and we are basically ready to go. So if you if you save it and exit, if you come, you can test it actually. You can test this to confirm, send it to your own email address, it will be sent to your email address. So if you exit it, you go back, you see the hierarchy of the emails that we have created. So they are going to be, let me exit it and show you what I mean. So as you can see, this is the hierarchy. This is the first email. This is the first one day after this one. So the next one I'm going to create is going to be down this way. So this one goes first, this one follows, the third one, the fourth one, and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to batch create this. So I'll just show you how I have outlined them. So this is for day 3. Again, I can come here, I can say save and publish. And now I'm going to select after the second one. Again, you see we have 2 emails here under this campaign. And then I'm going to say it's going to be the next day after that one, which should be also 1 day or 2 days. So because we are using the second one, it's also going to be 1 day after that one. And then you select the time again. So let's say 9:30. If you wanted to change the time, you can change it and then you click on activate. So now this is how our sequencing is going to look, and all you have to do is basically just create all the emails you want under that sequence, and you can keep adding them as you want. So from time to time, you see how the emails are doing, how many contacts who were at this step, how many contacts received the emails, the total emails that were sent to the different emails, the open rates, the click rates, the comments, the status, and all of that. So this is basically how you can drip the content inside of this campaign and inside of this entire funnel. So if you come to your email, this is the test email that is sent to us, and you can see how this email is. So this is basically how this email is going to go. You can see we sent it from the domain that we attached. All right. So our funnel is working perfectly now. So if you added anything here, if you added any buttons, you are going to see everything right here. So there is one last thing we need to do to get everything in order. And that is we want to add a custom domain to our funnel. So if you come to your funnels now, if you come to the settings here, you see that we still have this domain, and this domain was the default, or is the default domain that comes with system.io. So we want this domain to be our own custom domain. And the way to do that is you want to come to your settings here. So you want to come to the custom domains. What we did initially was to under the emails, and what we did was to verify that we own that email and we own the domain name. So we basically just authenticated the domain to send emails alone. And that's why we've been able to send emails with that domain. Now we actually need to also verify that domain as a custom domain. So if you come here, you see custom domains, and here you can add multiple domains. So if you come here, you come to click select domain, and you put the domain that you want to add. Make sure that the domain has this www. All right. After that, you click on save. If you click on save, it's going to give you the instructions to add this domain to actually verify that you own the domain. So what we want to do now is we want to go back to our domain name. I want to create this new records. So I'm going to go back to my Namecheap domain. So if you come to your domain name, you just want to find where you have your DNS and you want to add a DNS record. So if you come here, I'm using Namecheap in this case, but the process is the same. You just want to add a record. So you come here, you click on add a new record. We are going to add a CNAME record. So you click on CNAME and you come back here. You want to select only this www. This is the only thing you need from here. Do not copy this website name, only the www without the dots. You come back here, you post it here as the hosts, and then the target value, you want to come back here and you want to now copy everything you have here. So this is going to be your value. So you want to come back and you want to put it right here. You click on save. So again, you want to add a CNAME record again and you come back here. So you want to copy just from here, from the last F here. So you don't copy from the dots to the website, you just copy from the beginning to the last stuff before the dot here. You come back again, this is going to be the hosts. And then you come back for the last time and you copy everything from here. And you want to come here and add it again. And you click on save changes. So we are basically done, and now we just have to wait a while. So as you can see, it's pending the verification. You just want to give it some time to verify it. So sometimes it takes 10 minutes, sometimes less, sometimes more, sometimes even up to an hour, sometimes like that. So I'm just going to refresh it if it has been verified. So it's still pending, but once it is verified, you can now come back to your funnels here, and then you can select the custom domain. So you can just come to the settings, and from the drop down here, you should see that domain that we entered, and you can just select it, and your funnel is going to carry your custom domain as the link. So this is also very important for you to do, and this is how you can connect a custom domain to your system.io account. So far we've done everything that we outlined here. We've set up our processes, we've set up our welcome sequences and some marketing campaigns. We've set up our automation, and our strategy here is to send them emails and then try to sell them. We have different automations that you can build. We've created a welcome sequence. We've tried to educate them. We've tried to build trust and then try to sell them on the 5th day. So you can go further. You can segment them by people who purchased after the 5th day and a whole lot of that. So this is a bit advanced, and we might just look at that in subsequent videos. But what are the best practices if you want to do email marketing successfully? So one of the reasons why we actually authenticated our domain is so that our emails can deliver much better, and we can avoid spam. So if you are writing your emails, you want to avoid spam triggers. Like one of the emails ChatGPT wrote for me, all these red hyphens and the rest, you want to make sure you remove them from your emails. Something like this, you want to write like a normal human being so it doesn't become or appear as low quality and spammy. All right, and emails, you want to send emails consistently so that you can be in the top of mind. And after some time, when you start getting traction, you want to look at your metrics. And you want to look out for open rate between 20 to 30. So if you're not getting this level, something is a bit wrong with your email. So you want to rewrite your email, like the titles and all of that. You also want to look at the click rate of 2.2 to 5, and then the unsubscribe rate, how fast people unsubscribe from your email list. Is going to depend on a lot of variable like the quality of the audience, your marketing, and a whole lot of things. So this is not something you can actually control, because people can wake up and just unsubscribe. Sometimes they don't even know how they got there and all of that. But if you can aim for 0.5, you would be all right. So this is the complete basic to email marketing.